button. So don't be caught off guard. We're recording.
Drown my sorrows.
Hey, look, I'll cheers to drowning my sorrows. I will drown them with you, sir, on this episode.
To next season.
To next season. And Quinde. Hello and welcome to another Snap Back to Reality podcast of the Red, White, and Blues podcast, where we go back to being depressed again.
Yeah.
And I've ordered my prescription of Zoloft. That'll be coming in the mail soon.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. But I'm Daniel. He is Jason, and we are the Red, White, Blues podcast. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. I have these weird pumpkin ciders in my fridge that my wife didn't like, so I'm drinking those. I'm on my second one. Might go for a third. I might leave in the middle of this and go for a third, depending on how it goes. But I know you're drinking too, because we just cheersed each other.
Drinking Miller Lite, man.
I mean, classic
beer.
The preferred beer of the Red, White, and Blues podcast is Miller. Next time I'll have some Miller. But we had these, and I figured I would drink kind of a weird cider to get rid of them out of my fridge since my wife didn't like them. For the occasion, for this snap back to reality occasion.
I mean, honestly, what other role is there when you have a wife than to finish her food when you're out eating?
Exactly.
And to finish whatever she doesn't finish. So she didn't finish the beer. So
yes,
I mean, it's your responsibility as a loving husband to finish the drinks for her.
Exactly. I'm such a good husband, except for any shit or anything she puts ketchup on. It goes in the trash can. And anything else goes to me. So, but she separates it out for me. She's a very sweet woman. But yeah, I think we're both good husbands. And our wives are really nice for how they deal with us in these games.
Yeah.
So they're very sweet women that have to deal with our depression for being Chelsea fans.
Very much so, because there's a lot of depression. And I mean, like, honestly, like, I predicted a 1-1 draw. You predicted, I think, a 2-1 win, I believe is what you predicted.
Yes.
So, in this match.
Could have been either way.
I mean, it literally could have been.
Well, I don't know. The only way we didn't predict.
I don't know. I don't know if we could have scored 2 goals in this match.
I mean, you're right.
We scored in the 4th minute and didn't do anything after that. Freaking Tumu Messi scored. And then, went and sat on the stands like he does and act like he did some shit. And then
Who did you say he looked like the other day?
He looks like Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Team Machine Gun Kelly. MGK. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
We got to start getting better at sharing our screens on here. And if I could put them side by side, then I would. Anyway, people can go look it up for themselves when I figure out our technology. But he looks just like Machine Gun Kelly.
He looks just like him. Like, he just needs to start painting his fingernails. And it's like a spitting image of him.
Actually, Machine Gun Kelly is more handsome than Garnacho.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. I feel like this is the same freaking podcast we've done for 2 years now. In 3 years, 4 years.
We're in our 4th year.
4 year. I mean, it's. I don't know. I'm just over it. Like you were saying before the podcast, it's like you weren't mad, you were just disappointed, which is the worst thing. You when you're a parent, you tell your kid you're disappointed, and they start crying. You tell them you're mad at them, they fight back with you.
They don't respond to mad, but
disappointed. And that's it's leading to, I think, apathy, because it's and the crazy thing is, that's only our 5th loss since February of last year. And it's why are we it's just in the fashion that we have lost these matches.
Yes.
is the problem in all of this. It's like this is not a Maresca needs to be fired. This is
no.
Whatever. You can F off Clearlake. That's fine. We can do one of those podcasts. I'm always down for that.
Yeah.
But you do have to always, like, when these matches happen and when we draw or something, like, there is inevitably a question of something that Maresca did in the match that comes into question. I think there was two things in this match that Maresca did. Number one is not starting Esteval. That's just criminal.
It's insane.
I don't understand it. I don't get why you're not starting Esteval when there's no Champions League. Midweek that's coming. Now, if there was Champions League, I think you could make an argument for it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you don't have Champions League coming up, and then the next Saturday you have Tottenham, so you're obviously going to rotate in midweek. I'm sorry, I don't want Garnacho and Neto against Tottenham. Like, I don't want that. I want Esteval. I would like to have had Esteval and Enzo and Caicedo and Reese probably definitely won't play. But, like, rest people midweek. Start who you're going to pretty much start against Tottenham, which for the most part, I guess he probably did. And we'll see if he rests people in the midweek. But to start freaking Esteval is just freaking criminal at this point. Like, it is inexcusable not to have him in the starting 11. I don't give a shit. These people keep talking about he's 18, he's 18. I don't give a shit if he's 18. He's already proved himself. Like, he's better than any other winger we have. Who cares how old he is? Who cares? He's better. He deserves to be on the pitch. He's earned it. That's all I care. Did he earn his place in the starting 11? Yes. He's done that. He's the best winger we have. I don't care.
He's the most creative winger we have.
Yes. He's the only creative winger we have.
He's the most energetic. I don't give a shit how fast Pedro Neto runs.
Yeah.
That was a weird sub. We can talk about that when Esteval comes on. That's a weird sub.
It's just like the fact that he didn't start, and then the excuses I had to read on Twitter from Maresca not starting him just angers me even more. So,
just people coping? Is that what they're doing? Or
no. Let me read you. So, I'm not going to say who this comes from, but it comes from an overly positive Chelsea person that refuses to say anything negative, which I can appreciate to an extent, but you can't just always be positive. Like, there's always, like, you can say things that you disagree with, or that you don't have to agree with everything.
I mean, just to put it into perspective about why you should be okay saying things negative, we could be top 4 right now. And actually, we'd still be top 4, probably based on goal differential, if we had won. Because that's where Sunderland are. They're 4th in the table after beating us. So anyway, and we're 9th. So mid-table.
And United's ahead of us too now, by the way. So
I know. That's insane. That's wild.
Yep.
Anyway,
so here's the two tweets. The first one is Esteval isn't starting today, and it's not because of rest. Esteval isn't starting today because the lad is 18 years old, still settling into a new home.
So what?
Bullshit.
So what?
Then he goes on to say, I'm not sure the head loss over Esteval not starting is about. The kid is 18 years of age. I repeat, 18 years of age. Living in a completely new country, surrounded by a completely different language, new people, new culture, new environment. The kid is 18. Nothing else needs to be said. We must protect him. We also includes Maresca, and that's exactly what he's doing. Patience, patience, patience. Freaking bullshit. He has already proved that he fits in. Like, that he doesn't need protecting. Like, that's just asinine to say that he needs protecting.
For one, that person's talking out of their ass. They're talking like they know the ins and outs of everybody's thought processes here, right? Like, they're just making assumptions like everybody else as to why he's not starting. They are just trying to, because they're more optimistic or positive about it, somehow that means that they have a better take on it.
Yeah.
Why don't I would love for somebody to ask Esteval if he would rather start than not start. And And if he's the football player that I think he is, and if he's the type of footballer that likes to just play, which most of them do, unless you're Sterling and you're just getting the bath.
That's right.
Then I will make an assumption and say, I think Esteval would rather start than not start. And probably would say your take on how he needs to be protected is bullshit, but he's too nice of a kid for that.
Yeah.
So, my assumption is he probably wants to start. My assumption too is Maresca still hasn't learned how to rotate the squad.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that assumption is based off of Maresca not wanting, or Maresca somehow screwing up the rotation. Maybe he's rotating exactly the way he wants to. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want Esteval to start. But I'm not going to say it's because he's protecting him. That's a weird take.
It's because of the Reece James
that was
thing.
Leading the line for his club.
Yeah, but I think it's because I think it's because they see the way that Maresca's handled Reece and handled Lavia. And that's fair to say in those two instances, but that's for a totally different reason. That's because of injuries that he's protecting them, not because you're giving off the vibe that he's some fragile 18-year-old that hasn't been a professional soccer player for the last couple of years. Like you said, playing for Palmeiras, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like,
my feeling is he just would rather play Neto more than Esteval.
So would he rather play Garnacho too then? Because I agree, Neto is one of the first teams on his sheet after Caicedo every week, probably.
For some reason, he wants Neto on the right. And he's not starting him on the left, which the sub later shows that he's willing to play Neto on the left, just not start Neto on the left.
Right.
So then he wants, I don't know. I think it's a case, and I think that we've seen this throughout last season and this season. I think it's a case of you pay for a player, you pay this much for a player, that means they start at this X amount of times. I think there's a formula now, like with how it's done. Like, we paid this much, so they must start. And Esteval, we didn't pay that much for him, and therefore he doesn't get to start as much because the Netos and the Enzos and like
Garnacho.
The Garnachos, the players that were the high profile, we paid over this amount of money, whatever their risk assessment is, or whatever their we got to gain this much back on our investment is, because that's essentially how they view this, right? Like, so there is a sense of, like, to that person's credit, I think that they are attributing it to the wrong thing. I don't think it's about protection. I think it's about what is the risk of not playing this person if they cost this much money versus not playing this person if they cost this much money. And I think it's a risk. I think it's an investment risk assessment, and that's all it is. And if like we can't be under some like assumption or some like delusion that Maresca is still not taking direction from the board, because that was the talking point for like the first 2.5 years of this board. Was you're getting a coach in. Yeah, that's why Potts is in here. Exactly. Like, you're getting coaches in that have little experience in the Premier League because you can pay them lower, and you can always appeal to, well, they're just growing into it. This is part of the master plan. That there's a risk there. We can fire them at will if we don't like them. We can find another up and coming coach. We're not going for high profile coaches here. We're going for people who will toe the line.
Yeah.
And so, like, apparently, I mean, like, even in the summer, right? Like, Maresca wanted players. They didn't give him players.
Didn't get him. Yeah, he's not getting anybody because it doesn't matter what he says. It's like you said,
Maresca just doesn't. He's been more successful than the other ones, so that point of conversation hasn't been at the forefront of, like, we just need a guy to toe the company line. Like, this is a business. Like, this, like, football's always been a business, but, like, at least, like, some clubs bought into the community aspect and making it a good experience for the fans and like doing all this shit and not Americanizing it, like we talked about last time. Yeah. Like, they are maximizing profit.
Yep.
That's the underlying thing. So if Neto is playing, somehow in their mind, they're getting good on their investment. And if Garnacho is playing, somehow they're getting good on their investment. And if Esteval was a left winger, he'd probably get in more.
I don't know, but you got Gittins that can't play the right that was $60 million. So,
right. But you have rotation on the, but then Neto's a linchpin there, and for some reason they feel like you got to play Neto, because we are constantly thinking we got to play Neto in the big Premier League games.
Right.
Somehow that means you have more things on the left, because if you bring in Esteval, then you got to move Neto to the left.
Right.
And he's willing to move Neto to the left to sacrifice Garnacho and then bring Gittins on to then give Neto a little bit of a break. So he's playing everybody, but if he starts Esteval on the right, that means he essentially has 3 deep on the left, is what he's thinking. Right. I don't know. That's my assumption, not, we're just protecting Esteval and we got to do this. It's a risk assessment for return on investment based on how much somebody costs, is what I think. And now I'm going to go look up how much Neto cost.
So I have 2 things that I think your ROI thing is very interesting. My personal belief in all this is that Neto just has nudes of Maresca, and that he is forcing Maresca to start him every match. Like, and Maresca, obviously, I guess at this point, we can just assume, not saying this is 100% fact, but I mean, we alluded to it a couple episodes ago that he is clearly jealous of Big Willie's Willie, so maybe he has a penis. I'm just saying.
He's got penis envy. He's not as confident to draw his penis out as a note to whip the players into shape.
Don't see any notes getting passed around when Maresca's out there managing, do you? Only the Big Willie is. So,
I think that's a great theory. But also, to back up my theory just a little bit, Neto costs £60 million.
How much? 60?
60 million.
So the same as Gittins. Yeah.
But
I think I said this 2 or 3 episodes ago. I did say this on this podcast, I believe, and if I didn't, I'm going to say it now. Neto will be sold in the summer. Which then leads to your ROI theory being 100% true, because if he is going to be sold in the summer for profit, you have to play him. Like, you can't not play him and then expect to sell him. Obviously, we see what happens with Sterling in that case. So my assumption is that I believe Neto will be moved on this summer, because then you have Garnacho, Quinde, Gittins, Esteval as your wingers. Although because 3 of those are really left wingers and only 1 is a right winger, but technically Quinde can play either. But
and that's the thing that's hurting. That's the thing that's hurting Esteval right now. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That's the reason. Like, Neto gets sold. If Neto gets sold for what we paid for him, we made a profit.
Right. Exactly.
And if we want him to play, like, if we want to get Madueke for Neto, which I think is easier to get for Neto because he runs better. He's getting better at spamming crosses. They don't go anywhere, but he can spam a cross.
He spams the hell out of them crosses, man.
And then he scores just as much as Madueke.
Yeah.
And so I think if you get Madueke money for him, you get a profit. And then you're not protecting Esteval. You're keeping him in the wings because you can, because he's 18.
Right. And he signed to like a 25-year contract. So he's not going anywhere.
Exactly. So to that person's point, they're not playing him probably because he's 18, because they know they can get away with it right now because they're trying to make profit on another player that just happens to be in front of him.
Right. And it's not, and this is my problem with everything, because it's no longer about winning matches. It's now, we're now an ROI company. Like, it's RIO company, return on ROI. Yeah. Return on investment. That's what we are. Mm-hmm. That's all we are. What can we get for these assets? Because that's all players are to these people, are assets. And it's going to be, I'm telling you, like, this summer, Neto gone, Enzo Fernandez, I think he goes, if Madrid comes calling, Enzo Fernandez goes, and we'll take, because we've had him for 2.5, 3 years now. Mm-hmm. So you're going to, I know you paid $100 million for him, but if you get $100 million back, you've made profit.
Exactly.
So, and we have still no front end of the shirt sponsor.
Yep.
You know, a quarter of the way through the damn season.
Yeah.
Almost. And like it's all it is. It's just you're going to play these players, Maresca, so that we can get a return on investment on them, and it is what it is. There's certain players I think that are above that and beyond that don't factor into that, but I do think certain players factor into that, and I think Neto does, and I think not this year necessarily, but next year I think Garnacho will be that guy that sort of gets forced into the team because they didn't.
That's why they bought him, and that's why they bought him.
That's why Garnacho was purchased. It was for the price. Delop, I believe, was purchased for the price as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I think Delop, if he stays healthy for the rest of the year, you have Asugo coming in, not Asugo, Amaga, whatever his name is, from Strasbourg, coming in next year. We've already signed him, so he's coming in next year. So that leaves you with 3 strikers. Or Joao Pedro is at 10, and he's not going to play in front of Palmer if Palmer's healthy. So what are you doing?
Yeah. And I think for them too, if we are in and around Europa and Champions League, that's good enough for them.
Yes, 100%. Because
they're making enough profit on the players. They're making enough profit flipping players. So buying them, amortizing that loan over the course of a really long time, not losing any value, and then getting the money back. And so nobody's depreciating in value, and maybe not even getting the money back, but probably getting a little bit more. Like if you're making 20 to 30 on a player, even 15, if you're making like 10 to 15 to 20
that's
to 30
all we care about
on a player, that's it. And that's ticking up because they're like, oh, well, we just made this much on Madueke and we just made this much, because we all forget that they're just putting this over the course of really long contracts. So we can look and go, well, Chelsea has spent $1 billion. They haven't paid that entire $1 billion yet.
Right. So what's 7 years? Now it's 5 years because they closed the loop.
Right. So, yes. But then we have our sister club who we just sell things to, who we just sell players to.
I love that you call Ben Chilwell a thing. We just sell things to him.
I wish I had my present somewhere. I think it's in my closet.
How dare you put that in your closet, Jason?
Daniel got me a signed Ben Chilwell card, and I just look at that thing all the time.
Probably hung on a dartboard somewhere in your house.
No, I'm keeping it pristine. It's gonna be worth money one day. You just watch. But yeah, I mean, we are buying. We're a buying and selling club, and like that's the thing. People want to talk about this old model of things and like how things used to work and how we were winning and how. Gone are the days that $1 billion investment from Clearlake is not the same as the $1 billion investment from Abramovich. Right. It's not even working the same. It's not, the aims aren't the same. The goals are not the same. The mission statement's not the same. Like whatever, like none of it is the same. So then, yes, like a player like Esteval who can come in and play, like he can play more than he's playing. We'll just say that. Yeah. He can play more than he's playing. He can start more than he's starting. He can do more than the wingers we have creatively. And like as soon as he got subbed in, he was good.
Game changing.
And they weren't even playing the formation that you thought they should play, which was the better formation.
Yeah.
Because Maresca is just, I don't know. I don't understand his. Like in-game management is where Maresca gets to have some autonomy, and his decision-making is shit.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty bad.
It's a business. This is all a business. Mm-hmm. We want them to win because we care, and we've like been in the golden age of sue us. We came in at the golden age of Chelsea. We chose them before they were the golden age.
That's right.
Like it's just one of those things. We just happen to be newer fans. We were like, look at this upcoming team. We like them. We don't want to root for the New York Yankees of Premier League, a la Man United.
Yep.
A la the Arsenals, a la the Liverpools that like everybody was masturbating to when we first got into soccer. Like Chelsea were the scrappy, up and coming club that had a manager that talked shit about other managers, and we were like, hell yeah, we're going for that club.
Give me
And
those guys.
we have rode the wave. And I think you and I saw the writing on the wall several years ago. It's on tape. Go back, and we've realistically looked at this the entire time. And we're not talking about anything. We're not talking about anything that isn't just out there to see as it's happening, because this is only a vibes-based podcast where we can just see it. Like it's like they're not protecting anybody but their bottom or anything but their bottom line. That's all they give a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
Those players mean nothing to them like they do to us.
Yep.
This is not like that person is talking from a point of, I care about the player. Like I invest my emotions into the player. I invest my time into watching this team. I invest all this. No, they invest money. Like that's all that they care about. This is a money generating machine. They're trying to find ways to do it, which is baffling why we still don't have a front of the shirt sponsor. But then they're obviously making their money some other way to where they don't feel the need or pressure or to speed that process up. Like they're making the sales they want to make. They're getting the results they want to make. They're happy being a like top 5 to 10 team. They want to be Brighton. They want to be Brighton. So anyway, that comment just drives me insane because they're looking at it from a fan's point of view. And they're not looking at it from a top-down point of view of this is how the structure works now. And we don't even have all the information. Some of this stuff is just out of our ass because we're vibes-based. But at the same time, like it's been out there. Like,
it's right in front of you. Like that's the thing. Yeah.
I'm done. Sorry, thanks.
No, it's fine. And that's just the way it is now. And I think we've been at that realization since Clearlake took over the club. Like it's been that way. So it's neither one of us is shocked by this, and neither one of us is like, I mean, if anything, we should be, just being like, told y'all what was happening. And like the thing is that when 10 years is up, they're gonna try and sell the club. Praise God. I hope they do.
And they're gonna make their money back.
And they're gonna make their money back, but we will be better off. It's just we're gonna have to wait 10 years at minimum for this shit to get through. And
dude, can you imagine if Abramovich buys the club back?
Dude, I would be so happy.
Holy crap, that'd be amazing.
I mean, I don't think you probably could. But
that's what I'm gonna dream about for the next 6 years.
I like that dream. Let's start. But yeah, I mean that's the thing is this, and then this match is just indicative of all of that. Like it doesn't, doesn't matter because, like you said, they don't care about finishing top 4. Every year, as long as they get it every now and then, they'll be happy. As long as they can, amateurize their players over so many years, as long as they can, make enough in sales. And I mean, the thing is like they're buying youth players. Some of them are going to come good and they're going to have a really big payday. Like Esteval, when they sell him, is going to be a big payday. Cole Palmer, when they sell him, is going to be a really big payday. Quinde, I believe in Quinde. When they sell him, it's going to be a big freaking payday. So like they're buying a lot of cheap assets and they're going to flip them. And like, it sucks. Because like I will say this, they have scouted some generational talent right now.
Yep.
But
our scouting department is pretty on it right now.
Yeah, and you don't have a manager that can manage them and get the best out of them. You don't have leaders on the pitch. You don't have any defense or a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So
like Jesus.
You don't have a backbone of a team, which is what you need to compete. You need a backbone. You need a spine. We don't have that. We have one piece of a spinal cord, and that's Caicedo.
Yeah,
that's it. Colwell's out. I think Josh is too young to say that. As much as I love Josh, and this is a very pro Josh podcast.
Yep.
I don't think you can't say an 18-year-old is part of a spine yet. Like he hasn't done that yet.
Right.
But it might come.
But it's like we think Esteval could be, which is why we want him to start more.
Right.
We think Josh could be, which is why we want them to start more. Like that's
that.
I mean, right? Sorry, what were you about?
No. I was laughing because like we want him to start, and it's like, yeah, that Maresca proved our point for us on Saturday. Is what I was laughing.
Dude, that is like that's one of the best parts about this. My only point, like exclamation point for me on like what you just said is it does explain like a lot of what we just talked about, like you said, but it also explains possibly the buying decisions of the summer, right? Because like as fans who are like watching the game and going, hey, I think we need these things, and then like there's like talk of like Maresca thinks we need some of the same things as a head coach, and we're all like in simpatico or like whatever. And then they don't buy another defender. And then we have an injury crisis to the point where like we didn't have a central defender on the bench for like one of the big games recently. Yeah. So it's like they are buying based on what positions they think they can get the most return from.
Which is attackers.
Which is attackers.
And just take it. It's just like sports cards. Like when I buy soccer cards, and if you want to make a profit, you don't buy defenders. Defenders don't resell for money. Attackers are the ones that sell for money. So it's the same concept in this. Unless you have a true world-class defender, which are few and far between, the money's in the attackers,
right?
So it makes.
And like I think
100%.
I think it would be disingenuous of us to say Clearlake, like a blanket statement of Clearlake don't want to win. Like I would say, if I was in this position, I own this club, but I was running it the way they ran it to make money. Obviously, I have an investment. I want that investment to look really good,
right,
and look succeeding. I just don't think. I think there's higher motives and lower motives. And I think the higher motive is maximize profit. And the lower motive is, well, yeah, if we win while we're maximizing profit, like we want it. Yes, it's a bonus. And as fans, we want it to be reversed. We want to win and let the profit follow because we're successful. But they measure success as maximizing profit, not winning. So fans want it reversed than what they want it. And I think like Chelsea fans, we were talking about this shit. We've been talking about this shit the whole time, right? To toot our I will toot our own damn horn because you and I have been on this for a while. And it is
only two that have been on this.
Yeah, and eventually we'll get to the game, but like it just some of the shit that went down in the game proved some of this, right? Like you just alluded to. But like we've got to, as fans, get this through our head because we are not fans of what we cannot be. I don't know. I think I just want fans to set expectations and stop like this whole like dream. We're taking care of players and we're doing it. No, like they like the player as long as the player gets them the profit. That's it. Like it is not we care about his development and we want to protect him. That is a lower motive. They want money. They want the money. And if the player develops, great, but they're willing to let another club develop the player through like the mid to the prime of their career. We maximized our money on the front end, and that's what they want. That's the shift. And fans want success first, and their measure of success is way different. So.
Yeah, they measure success in dollar signs. We measure success in trophies. And they have to be just good enough. Like, they have to put just a slightly good enough product on the pitch to where, people are still going to come to the stadium every week, which is why you buy young, exciting players, because people will come watch them. And then also you can just run a scam through your the partner company, of one of your board members that then resells the tickets for, quadruple the price. You can also run that scam, and that also apparently works. So, whatever.
If they cared about the game day experience, like we talked about last time, it wouldn't just be, we're going to get a DJ in here to make everybody feel good about their 4x 4x ticket. Like it would be, well, they just wouldn't cause the ticket prices to skyrocket
right
because of the scam they're running, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. And it is what it is. I'm over it. Well, I'm probably not over it, actually. I hate it. I hate it with every fiber that's in me. I just want somebody that invests in the club that actually wants to win. And I guess that's hard coming from people who came in when Abramovich was here, and that's what I mean. It's like a parent, like that's how we were raised, like as Chelsea fans.
Exactly.
We were raised to believe that our owner will always invest in the club because he wants to win trophies. And now we have like step parents, and they're just assholes, and like they just taking us out behind the shed and beating us with a leather strap every weekend because they know what's better for us as fans, So, they know that DJ is what we really want. And they know that music after we score goals that's what we really want as Chelsea fans.
That's what we need.
That's what we need as Chelsea fans. That's what they're giving us every week. And it's so freaking annoying. And I'm so freaking tired of it. And we still have 6 freaking years of this shit that we have to put up with. And it's so annoying, and I will never get over it. And I'll never probably stop complaining about it until Clearlake sells this club. So whatever.
I think we need to make sure that we keep this podcast going for this long, just so we can constantly be a voice of reason in this area.
Because nobody else talks about it. Because everybody else wants to shill for the damn club. Or
they're either shilling for the club to party with players, or they are unrealistic about the expectations they should have as a fan towards this club and its current model.
And I think that's a lot of it is everybody's just unrealistic and doesn't realize honestly what's going on. Like as much as some people talk about it.
Or they downplay it. Or they just
downplay it. Yeah, they downplay it. That's a good point too. They definitely downplay it. I mean, there's not look, I would rather sit here and talk about this and talk about this damn match because literally we said all of what we just said because of Esteval and because that was Maresca's first screw up in the match.
Yeah.
And his second screw up, or his third screw up, whatever. My opinion is when he took Josh out and put Tosin in the match. I swear to God, if I ever see Tosin subbed on for Josh late in the match, I will lose my shit. And Josh had already literally saved 3 goals because he was being isolated and Chalobah was just nowhere to be seen half the match. And Josh was the only one tracking back, trying to defend. And there was at least 3 goals that he stopped. And he was easily my man of the match until Tosin decided to just let the other team score at the end for whatever freaking reason.
Yeah, so it is so frustrating because Josh, talk about the first goal, talk about Josh's role in it, sure, whatever. He can't do everything by himself.
Yeah, seriously.
And he almost did. He almost did it, and then Maresca pulled him.
Yeah.
And to watch such feckless defending.
Gosh, it's so bad.
Such cowardly defending.
Love it.
From both. I'll say Tosin.
Yeah,
is the prime suspect here, but
Chalobah's at fault too.
What the shit? What are you doing?
Why are you just standing there?
That's insane. He is a single guy in the box. Just go double team him.
Just seriously.
Just be smart and go double team him. This is not rocket science. We can all see it. That is the most. They scored off of cowardice and they scored off of fecklessness. And that is the thing that it really infuriates me about that goal.
Yeah.
And that is what I was trying to talk about that's why I did a 2-1 because I was 2-1 win to Chelsea because I was we're at home. Maybe we got our mentality sorted out. Maybe we can get something from this. We knew it was going to be a close game. We knew it was going to be one of those annoying games. We called it from the start.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just had this type of game written all over it. And Sunderland outclassed us in every way. They had a formation, they had a plan, they stuck to the plan, and Maresca makes some boneheaded ass subs to sub in a coward. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That is the most cowardly defending I have ever seen.
It was so bad, but on so many different levels, because like I understand the premise of Trev not going to double team. Okay, I get it.
He's waiting for the runners. Like
right, he's waiting for the.
You can watch him watch. Like he's watching.
Yeah, he's watching for the runners. But then the runner comes and he doesn't go to the freaking runner.
Yeah,
like it was pointless. Like he just stood there.
They did two guys there, right? Like Trev.
Yeah, but somebody else was tracking back with them.
Yeah, he froze and then didn't come out to that guy. Which just let the other guy run by him. He's off. He's off. Just let him run.
Like if he steps up, he's off. So
and at least Tosin is like on that side,
right?
Like all the guy can do is pass back,
right? That's the only play.
Just let him run.
Yeah, just let him run. No, exactly.
I'm reliving it through what you're saying, and I've ruined your.
No, it's just so frustrating because it's like, but it's like this every match with Tosin though. There's always this like we should have kept a clean sheet against Ajax, but no. Tosin is one of the worst one-on-one defenders I've ever seen. Like he literally cannot defend one-on-one. That's how you beat Chelsea. You isolate Tosin because he can't defend anybody one-on-one. So Trev's half-ass good at it. Josh is amazing at it. So it's like,
I
don't know. And then
I think we relied a lot on Colwill last year, and he made people look better. He made people look better than.
And Colwill's not even that great at defending.
No,
that's the thing about it.
He was just a really good presence that grew into the season that was becoming a leader on the pitch. And like, I think people underestimate that is the type of thing you need in a back line. Like
I would agree with that.
It's the Thiago Silva factor, right? Like by the end, Thiago Silva he lost a step. He was super old, for a soccer player. Right. I think I'm older than Thiago Silva.
Yeah, we're older than him. Yeah.
yeah. But he's like, but his stalwartness, his leadership, like knowing you can depend on him, knowing that he had the football acumen and intelligence and decision making, that is something you can lean on as as the forward players moving forward, as the people playing beside him, as your keeper. Like Colwill was at least getting to. He's not Thiago Silva. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I understand what your point is, though. There was a foundation there that people were starting to lean on before he left, and that is not in the back line at all. Like, or at least in the central, in the center backs, it's not there.
Yeah, it's in Reese, but like Reese can't. You as a right back, you can't control what a central center back can control.
Exactly.
And I think that's a good point about Colwill. Like he's not the greatest defender, and neither was Silva at the end of his career. But they did have that leadership quality about him, and like we have nobody at center back right now that can do that, and that's why I think a lot of people were begging for a new center back. This offseason, like give us a rock in the back, and we will be fine.
Yeah,
because ultimately Sanchez is not half bad at stopping shots, distribution, and other things very questionable, but he can actually stop shots fairly well. But it's like we have nobody else. Like our best center back right now is an 18-year-old. Now, kudos to Josh. We love Josh on this podcast, and I think Josh has been amazing this season. And I'm all for Josh being here for the next 10 years, 13, 15 years, however long it is, and in his career at Chelsea and being the next John Terry. I'm all for that. I'm all for him and Colwill going forward. But he's still 18, and give him all the experience, though, because he is the best center back we have. Like, there is not a better center back on the roster than him. Tosin is light years behind him. Chalobah is Chalaba. He'll always be Chalaba. He'll never be
Yeah.
anything more. He'll never be anything less. He loves the club, but he's gonna make some goofs, and he's just not a day in and day out starter. I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's like it's at this point it's Josh or bust, and I'm not even including Fat Fauna in this because apparently he gets hit in the head and has to miss the next 2 years of football. So
that is crazy. That is crazy.
Who knows when he'll be back? But yeah, it's frustrating because it's like you said earlier. Maresca asked for players and they didn't give it to him.
Yeah,
everybody can have their assumptions about that, about why. We have ours, and I think ours are spot on and accurate.
I mean, something that you said too, just to like put another exclamation point on what you said about how Josh is seemingly light years ahead of him. Tosin's what, 27?
26, 27, yeah, one of those.
Our 18-year-old center back is better than our center back coming into his seemingly best years.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
And who's been in the Premier League for a while now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Tosin's decision making is horrible. Like, absolute shit. And then, to punctuate that even further to why you started this, we had misgivings like some about Maresca's substitution policies, about his rotation policies. We've seen that in how we started the Champions League. We're watching some of that happen in game. It is more evident than ever.
Yeah.
About why him bringing on Tosin or him. It's not even necessary to change your back line. Like, it's not even necessary to change your back line at that point in the game.
Nobody has a yellow card. That's the only reason you change it at that point in the game.
And
injury or yellow card.
Yeah. The only yellow card came from Andre Santos. And like, Sunderland are getting it, like, they're showing that they can counter, which was their plan, which is how you beat us. That's how all you gotta do is we're going to give a shit pass away.
Yep.
And then we do not have the defenders to track back. Or one long pass through our lines will get us.
Yep.
And why would you sub the one guy shutting that down who is at the pace of the game, who has been reading the game since the first goal, has been reading the game and getting better and better and better at shutting them down? Like, why would you do that? That is insanity. That is, and to do it with Tosin.
Yeah.
I would have rather have Fafana.
Yeah. Might as well bring Fat Fauna on.
That says even more about Tosin. Jesus Christ. That's the shittiest sub that we've seen all season. I hope it doesn't get worse than that. I don't think it can, because
I don't know if it can get worse than that. Yeah,
but like,
unless he does it again. Unless he does that again. So
he can't. Like, how, dude? If he does that again, there's going to be a chant about it. That somebody will make one.
Somebody will make a chant of. It really is, man. It's just such a bad.
This is how we lost the Brighton game too. This is how we lost the Brighton game. In the Brighton game, we gave 2 goals away in stoppage. But by the time the first one came, we had 10 men. This has kind of broken the Chelsea lose because of 10 men streak and excuse that I was pandering on this podcast last.
I was pandering it too, man.
That's stupid. But that's why I had some hope, because I was like, Chelsea have 11 men, we're pretty good. But then if Maresca is subbing in this way with these players, because we have a shit back line right now, and you're taking the one guy out that is reading the game correctly, like, that is mind blowing. Sorry.
It is. It is.
I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad for research.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We worked you up, man. Worked you up. It is, man. It's just one of those things that it's annoying because it's like the frustrating thing is like we probably shouldn't have lost this match.
Nope.
Because it's Sunderland, but we deserve to lose it because we played like shit. We had shitty substitutions. Like we deserved everything we got in that match. On paper, we should have won it, but unfortunately, matches aren't won on paper; they're won on the pitch. And Sunderland literally had the blueprint to beat us. Like they pressed, but they didn't press like insane, like a Liverpool or a City press. And then they would sort of just drop back into a low block after we sort of broke their press. But we never broke their press outside of that first, few minutes when Garnacho scored his goal. Like we didn't break their press down, like in a way that they ever felt threatened. So
that's such a good point. Like kudos to them too for not letting that first goal rattle them, and they to your point, they strategically pressed when they knew they could put pressure on us out the back, and they pressed like you're supposed to with the entire team. And then when they dropped back into formation, or when they dropped back into parking the bus, they did that strategically too, and did it as a team. And like they all knew their roles, and they all knew what they were supposed to do, and they did not let a goal in the 4th minute rattle them, and they did not let it derail them. They played their game the entire match.
They did,
and we could not break them down. What was it? What was the 68%? We had almost 70% of the damn possession in this.
And they had more XG than we did. We had 68% possession and 0.89 XG. 16 shots, 7 on target.
Insane.
We talked about this at the end of the last episode about how our XG is very low, and it says that we are not really as good as we are, and which I think XG is an overused stat. But at the same time, we had 68% possession, and they had a higher XG than we did. So that just tells me we have the ball a shit ton, but we do absolutely nothing with it.
Yeah. And I just wanted to, for all the listeners out there, for all the new listeners, thanks. But Daniel and I don't just say this stuff to toot our own horn. We are tooting our own horn, especially this
we'll toot our own horn if we're right. Damn right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And some of the things we talked about over the last several episodes, played out in horrific ways in this match that led to a loss. But I think it's cathartic for us as well to just say we talked about this, because there are patterns here that are undeniable in how we're lining up, strategy, mentality, rotation, level of play, quality of play, all of that stuff. We are looking at this game by game and making connections, and it's frustrating to see it and to not really be able to do anything about it, and then to set realistic expectations about it. I would love to be naive about all this shit and say what that person said about Esteban. I would love to be that kind of fan and be completely naive and talk out of my ass and not understand the basics. And we don't even have secret knowledge about this stuff. It's just there. It's just right there. We're not reading tea leaves here. We're watching it play out. Yeah. And we just watched the season go away. Or at least my confidence in the season go away.
That's a good way to put it. Our confidence in this season is wearing very thin at this point in time.
And I'd love to be surprised. I'd love for Chelsea to come out and go on a run and surprise me and have as good of a high as we did this summer, and what felt like was going to be a pretty special season when we beat Liverpool last minute, because our 18-year-old that we're protecting scored the game winner.
That's right.
I would love to have those highs again that we just had in the season, and be able to chalk up Man U and Brighton the flukes because we had 10 men, and that entire narrative went out the window this game.
Yep.
And that is the disappointing thing. And that is what I hate about it.
I don't know. It's just so freaking frustrating, and it's just we're right back to where we started. We're good for a little while. We suck. We're good. We suck. We're good. We suck. We lose games we should win. We get lucky in games we shouldn't. That the thing is like the Liverpool win isn't looking that impressive now. They've lost 4 Premier League matches in a row. Is it really that impressive of a win now?
Yeah.
I'd be more impressed if we beat Tottenham on Saturday.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
I would be more impressed if we would have beaten Man United than have beaten Liverpool.
That loss isn't looking as bad now.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And it was a bad way to lose. And if we had beaten them, that we might have broke them.
We might have. That's the thing.
Amber
might have been gone. Yeah, Amber might have been gone if we won. And that's the crazy thing. And then but the thing is like we screwed ourselves in that match. Like we screwed ourselves against Brighton. Like that's the problem is like we either screw ourselves as players or the manager screws us. One of the two things happens every freaking match.
Yeah.
Like, and if one of those two things doesn't happen, I like our odds of winning. You know?
But if one of those two very minor things doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because the manager can't go a match without trying to screw us, and the players can't go a match without trying to screw themselves. So it's like, we just can't do it, man. We just can't do it. Can't put it all together. I can't.
Yep.
I don't know. It is what it is at this point. I don't care anymore. I'm over this. Like, we're gonna lose to shitty teams. We play Wolves on Wednesday, who are bottom 3 in the table right now or something like that.
Losing time is what that is.
They're dead last. I'm predicting us to lose on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup because that's just what's going to happen.
I'm not there with the Wolves game, but dude, I'm not going to be surprised if we do lose.
I mean, we're 9th in the freaking table right now.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if we beat Tottenham by 4 goals, we'll be tied with them, but their goal differential's higher because we like to let in goals. We can't keep clean sheets. So that's an impossible task for this club. But we have scored the joint most goals in the Premier League this year. Imagine what you could do with the defense, Jason.
I was looking at that because we have scored 17. Mm-hmm. The only other team to do that is Tottenham.
Yep.
The difference between us and third right now is letting in 4 goals because Tottenham have let in 7.
Yep. And I guarantee if we don't let in those 4 goals, we let in 7, that's easily another win or 2. So that's easily we'd be 2 points behind Arsenal right now. So you see this funny thing about all these fans screaming about wanting a defender this summer. Maybe it has some truth to it. And that's the difference. You see owners that want to win. You look at Arsenal. As much as they hate the Cronkies, they finally got everything right. How did they build that team? With defense. That defense is insane. They've only given up 3 goals this year.
Yeah.
They're defensively, and it's not because of Arteta and the way he sets them up. No, they just have 2 really good center backs.
Yep.
And a couple of good right and left back. They're just good. And so it's amazing what happens when you do that. But who to fuck it, Jason? Who to fuck it?
I mean, some people thought it last summer, but I guess it didn't matter. Mm-hmm. But who to think it now?
I mean, hell, even our manager thought it.
The story's coming out where he wanted one, but again, how much say does he have?
That much say.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I'm happy Maresca has done as well with what he's been given. I think they got lucky they found Maresca. I think he's overperformed. Still,
I would agree with that.
In this moment, I think he's overperformed with what he's had. I also think our scouting department's pretty awesome. And I think when we have some of the attacking weapons that we do, and my God, you have Caicedo, who is incredible in the midfield. But it's like you said it perfectly earlier, just we can't get it to all come together. And that's the issue. It's like you have 1 or 2 brilliant attackers, and then you have a great midfielder, and you have nothing else. You have no back line. You have
Jason.
No spine, like you said. Yeah.
Do you want to guess who our top goal scorer is this year?
It's Cucurella or Enzo.
It's Caicedo.
What?
Enzo is tied. They both have 3 goals, but Enzo has 1 penalty, and Caicedo doesn't have any.
Yeah, that's better. I mean, that is insane. That is like saying Conte is our.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like saying he's our leading scorer at this point in any season he played.
Yeah. Like, João Pedro has 2 goals. Neto has 2 goals. Garnacho has 1. Palmer has 1. Esteval has 1.
João Pedro couldn't get in this match to save his life.
Yeah.
So, he was nothing. He was nothing in the Sunderland match.
It's crazy, man.
That's crazy, man.
Chalobah also has 2 goals.
Did.
Chalobah has just as many goals as our striker does.
Okay, I have one other beef with this game. We have been solidly scoring from corners and set pieces all season. What the shit were we doing on every damn corner?
So throw back to last year, man, where we were shit on corners.
What the hell? Trev had that many because of set pieces.
We've looked bad the last couple of matches on set pieces, like corners specifically.
But we're taking them short.
Mm-hmm.
At least every single corner on the left side was short.
You know why? Because the only person that we have that's capable of putting a decent corner kick in is Esteval.
Oh, that's insane that he's not on the pitch.
I know. It's insane, man. Why wouldn't he be on the freaking pitch? I don't know.
It's infuriating. That is,
dude. It's so like.
I think I had put stuff back in the closet of my mind palace. It was not thinking about it. I had shut the door. I had locked it. I'd locked that room.
Yeah.
And somehow this podcast found the key. And now I am raging because I was fine.
You were pretty low-key and apathetic before we got on here. Now you've just turned into a rager, man.
I forgot about the damn corners. I forgot about the corners.
Yeah. Dude, it's a valid point, though. I mean, like, it is what it is at this point. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's like, I don't know what to say at this point. I just don't know what to say because I feel like there's nothing we can say. I know there's damn sure nothing we can do.
I think if anybody wants to hear the most concise, realistic, little entertainingly heated summation of our season, this is the episode we point them to.
This is the episode.
Like, this is the one. Like, this is the breaking point. Like,
yeah.
Like, is there another? I don't have any confidence that, like, all the bullshit I've said about the mentality, I just watched this team capitulate in like one of the worst ways, off the back of managerial decisions, off the back of bad subs, off the back of some of the most shit passing I've ever seen, off the back of some of the worst corners I've ever seen. Like we it's like we saw like the writing on the wall and we're like, oh, this is how to succeed. And we did everything that's the opposite. And we still haven't learned how to break down a team that
still can't break a low block
and counters. We still don't know how to do this.
Still can't do it.
This was our Achilles heel last season.
Maresca's had a year to
this shit.
He's had a year to figure it out in the Premier League and still can't figure it out. And I have no hope that he will figure it out going forward. So I have that once again. That brings me to my point about Wednesday. That's why we're going to lose, because you know what Wolves are going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to sit there in a little hole, and they're going to counterattack us, and we're going to freaking lose to the worst team in the Premier League. Even though it's not a Premier League match, we're still going to freaking lose to them.
I'm going to go with my heart, and it's going to be a ridiculous. It's going to be a ridiculous prediction because I also think we have every chance to lose. But yeah,
well, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I don't even want to get into like Like, you obviously don't start your starters because you got freaking Tottenham. You got a derby on Saturday. Do I think Maresca has any clue what that match means to us as fans? No. So I expect Maresca to probably trot out freaking Caicedo and freaking I don't know what the hell Maresca's going to do. You obviously should trot out Santos, Lavia, and Buonanotte. Like, that should be your midfield. Hato should play. Tosin, so I don't have to see his face. Fofana should play. Gusto, he can play now. Let him play.
Gusto at right wing.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, Esteval should not play because Esteval should be freaking starting against Tottenham. So I don't want Esteval to play. Start Guiu again.
Put Guiu out there.
I'm fine with that. Guiu, I don't know.
I don't even care. Put Santos at 10.
Buonanotte. Put Buonanotte at 10.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I mean, I know he's but put Buonanotte. Yeah. Put somebody that's not going to start.
Yeah.
At Tottenham.
Put Gittins out there, and I guess I guess you got to. I don't know who the hell you started. See, this is the problem with the Neto thing because we have no other right winger except for Esteval, and that means Esteval's going to freaking start, and that's the issue. Is now we're stuck with freaking Timu, MJ, Machine Gun Kelly.
That's why I said put
Neto.
Gusto at right wing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a fair point. You know what?
Or put Neto and don't start him at Tottenham and start Esteval.
Yeah, that's fine. Or, I'd rather Neto start than Garnacho.
Rather
or
Neto start on the left.
Maybe I'd just rather Gittins start at this point. Hell, I don't care. Let Gittins start. He's just whoever's on that left wing is just keeping it warm for Quinde. That's all I'm saying.
What's so annoying about this match too is Garnacho was getting that left side was pretty open for like the first 20-ish minutes of that match.
And he scored a goal and then did jack shit after that.
Exactly. And then he thought he could handle it with speed. And so he moved Neto over there and put Esteval on the right. And then, to your point, he should have, I can't remember what's happening. Put so-and-so at the 10. He should have left Garnacho.
He should have moved Esteval to the 10.
Esteval to the 10. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He should have moved
Esteval to the 10. Left Neto. Yeah. But he subbed off Garnacho.
Yeah, he subbed off Garnacho. And like Esteval would have been a lot more effective at the 10. I'm trying to see who else.
I gotta stop talking about the previous match because I got.
That's where it was. Tyreek George came in too. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's I'm just So look, this match in a nutshell is just the culmination of the last 3 years of Chelsea Football Club. And Jason, my proposition to you is that next time this happens, which will probably be Wednesday, we just don't even do another episode. We just re-upload this because it'll be the exact same explanation. The exact same things will happen.
Yeah.
We just need to come up with 2 generic podcasts. One, we get a red card news. The other one, Maresca screws us. And we just say really generic things. Yeah. And then based on whatever happens, we just upload the podcast and we could probably cut out 75% of our episodes.
I need our games to be better so that they don't go as long. These episodes are too long. Daniel and I wanted to do 45-minute episodes, but the club has driven us to this.
Yes.
Because to your point, those episodes will be short. We just made generic ones. Yeah, but
anyway, let's predict Wednesday. We may or may not. We may or may not do episode midweek. We don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
It'll be short. I promise. It will not be an hour long.
Yeah.
Don't you laugh at that, Jason. How dare you?
If I can keep my mouth shut, it'll be short.
Oh man. All right. Let's predict.
Okay.
Wait. I need clarification. Does the EFL Cup go to penalties at this point in time?
I don't know.
When does it?
I think it does.
I think it does too.
I think it doesn't go. Yeah, they go straight to pens. They don't
in
do
the final second leg of the semi. So if we're tied after regular time, it goes to pens.
Yes.
Okay. Got my prediction then. I'm ready.
You're going to Pens, aren't you?
I'm going to Pens, baby. We're going to Pens, Jason.
What's going to be annoying about this is that every time I predict it goes to Pens, it never happens. And then you're going to predict it this one time, and sure enough, it's going to go to Dan Pens. I'm not going to be happy. Because I'm predicting not that.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
3-0.
2-2 Pens. We lose 4-3 on Pens. And we're out of the NFL Cup.
Yeah, you want us out of the shit cup so bad.
I want us out of the shit cup. So I'm rooting for us to not really. I want us to like
right.
You're
not upset if we lose.
No, I will not cry on this podcast if we lose. I will not rant if we lose and get knocked out of the NFL Cup. I will say it was to be expected because we are Chelsea, they are Wolves. They are far superior. That's what I will say. That's what I'm going to say.
I love it.
That's what I'm going to say when we get on here Wednesday. Tell these people where they can find us, Jason. I'm done.
Yeah, we're on X, Instagram, and Substack. Go check us out. Daniel writes amazing post-match reviews. If I can find the wherewithal to care, I'll write something. We made it easy for you to find us on all the things. Handles the same everywhere at Red White Blues FC.
We're also on YouTube. Like, subscribe there. We're also on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast at these days. Hopefully you didn't skip over this part because we forgot to tell you in the middle of the episode where you actually would have paid attention to it. We are going to live stream the Tottenham match on Saturday. So 12:30, is that what time it is?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, weird time, 12:30. We will be live streaming the Tottenham match. So come jump in the comments, say what's up. Ask us your Chelsea questions, tell us your Chelsea hot takes, and we will answer them while we're on there. But we will be live on YouTube and Twitter, as we do both. But anyway, until next time, maybe Wednesday, maybe next Monday. I don't know. We'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
You get to watch the Meltdown live this time, this Saturday. Flippity floppity.